What's up guys, it's Lord Both here with another video, and you remember about a year ago when Helldivers came out and it was super popular, everybody was into it, but they included a clause in the fine print that said, oh yeah, by the way, you have to sign up for a PSN account eventually on this game. We haven't actually installed the PSN requirements yet, but you're gonna have to do it. And nobody saw it. And then when the debt came due on having to sign up for PSN, a lot of people were upset. Then, of course, Helldivers, Arrowhead Studio, PlayStation themselves all bungled the handling of that PR nightmare. They still require players to sign up for PSN, which, by the way, some countries in which Helldivers 2 was bought by players didn't have PlayStation Network, which resulted in those players losing their ability to play the game that they bought with their money, that then forced Steam to issue a whole bunch of refunds and created just an entire PR nightmare fiasco, which also led to Ghost of Tsushima being removed from PC sale in 200 countries because it too required a PSN account to be able to play, even though you only actually need a PSN to play in the multiplayer version of the game. And most of these games were single player based, at least that this PSN account requirement affected. After all that happened, after this complete debacle with the PlayStation Network requirements that Sony was demanding people participate in, that they weren't backing down from. You will sign up for a PlayStation Network account if you want to play our games on PC. Well, guess what? From PC Gamer, Sony finally surrenders. PSN accounts will be optional for games on Steam, including Spider-Man 2 and The Last of Us Part 2, but they'll give you free stuff if you sign up. Sony announced on the PlayStation blog today, on the eve of the launch of Spider-Man 2 for PC, which, by the way, you still can't purchase or pre-purchase on Steam, even though it has a page up there and everything. All you can do is wishlist it, which is really weird for me. Why wouldn't you give people the ability to pre-purchase the game? Anyway, they announced that the PlayStation Network account requirement for that game will in fact be optional, not mandatory. That will also be the case for the upcoming The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Why we're doing a remaster of The Last of Us Part 2 already? I have absolutely no idea. As well as the previous release God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Again, why we're making remasters of such new games it's asinine. It's beyond me. Seems like a total waste of money. If you don't want to bother with setting up and using a PSN account, you'll no longer have to. They then mention a whole bunch of extra stuff they'll give you if you do sign up for a PSN account in any of these respective games. So it's nice that they're finally using, good incentives to get people to sign up for their account instead of just outright banning people from being able to play their game. And to me, it's all just really funny. Just like, why? Why now do you cave and it's too much for you? Do you need Spider-Man 2 sales that badly? Do you need Last of Us 2 remastered sales that badly that you're like, all right, let's scrap the PSN account thing now? When this totally cut the legs out from under the popularity of Helldivers 2. Now granted, there were other problems I think Helldivers 2 had in how it was being managed and run, but there's no denying that played a major factor in undercutting the popularity of the game. Also, what's going to happen to those people that purchased that game originally? The ones that didn't ask for refunds. Or maybe even the ones that did get a refund and all that. Who got a refund under the false pretenses that PSN accounts were always going to be required. Because, again, they said that they were removing the PSN requirement for Helldivers 2, but to this day, that PSN requirement was still there. But now it's getting removed for what it seems like all PlayStation games on PC. Does that mean the shackles for PC Helldivers players are finally off and you don't need a PSN account? Does that mean that Helldivers 2 isn't going to be banned in all those countries that it's still banned in, despite the fact that there's no PSN account? Does it mean that those players that did get refunds under the false pretenses that they were always going to have to sign up for a PSN, are they going to get their copy back for free? What about Ghost of Tsushima, like we said before? Are they going to come online to those 200 countries where PSN wasn't allowed? What are we doing here? Is the PSN removal just for these games, or is it for all games? Because it doesn't seem like it clarified in this article whether it was just for these games or for posthumous games as well. It's a weird stance to take. To be, you're so hardline in the sand one moment on what you believe, enforcing people to sign up for your accounts, or we're just going to take the game away from you. And then the next minute be like, you know what? All that stuff we said, not even true. But why should I be surprised? It's just more hypocrisy from game companies in gaming. It's not like it's a new thing. It's at a scale in terms of affecting their sales that I've never seen before. But again, it's nothing new under the sun. But those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I appreciate you watching all of it. We'll talk to you again later.